The high-end clothing boutique in Beverly Hills was filled with designer brands, silk dresses hanging under soft golden lighting, and customers who looked like they had stepped out of a luxury magazine. A well-dressed woman strutted past the aisles, her expensive perfume trailing behind her. Behind the counter, a saleswoman named Lisa adjusted her name tag and sighed, already exhausted from the entitled shoppers. Just then, the door chimed, and in walked a man in a faded jacket, worn-out jeans, and a red Maga hat pulled low over his forehead. The moment Lisa laid eyes on him, her nose wrinkled in disapproval. The other shoppers barely spared him a glance, but Lisa's gaze stayed fixed. Her customer service smile vanished, replaced by an expression of irritation. "Excuse me," she said, stepping forward with folded arms. "I think you're in the wrong place." The man, still looking at a leather jacket, barely reacted. "Am I?" Lisa let out a forced laugh. "Sir, we don't cater to your kind here." Keanu Reeves slowly looked up. His face remained unreadable. "My kind?" Lisa scoffed. "Yes, you know. People who dress like that." The air in the boutique grew tense. A few customers nearby glanced over, sensing the hostility. One of them, a wealthy-looking woman in heels, smirked and whispered something to her friend. Lisa pressed on, not realizing how many eyes were now on her. "Look," she sighed dramatically, "I don't want to be rude, but we have a dress code here. We serve a certain clientele, and you, sir, are not it." Keanu studied her for a moment, his expression unreadable. "I just wanted to buy a jacket." Lisa crossed her arms tighter. "Well, maybe you should try the thrift store down the street." The woman in heels chuckled under her breath. Lisa placed a hand on her hip, satisfied with herself. "Now, if you don't mind, I have actual customers to help." Keanu exhaled slowly, then took a step back. "All right," he said simply. Without another word, he turned and walked toward the door. Lisa rolled her eyes and muttered, "Unbelievable." But just as she was about to return to the counter, a deep voice interrupted. "What's going on here?" The room went dead silent. From the back of the store, a tall man in a sharp navy suit stepped forward. His presence was commanding, his silver cufflinks catching the light. Lisa's face drained of color. It was Mr. Cartwright, the store's regional manager. Her heart pounded. "Sir, Cartwright raised a hand, silencing her instantly. His gaze shifted to Keanu, and in an instant, his entire demeanor changed. "Mr. Reeves," he said, his voice filled with a mix of surprise and respect. "I wasn't expecting you today." Lisa's jaw nearly hit the floor. Keanu gave a small nod. "Yeah, just stop by." Cartwright turned to Lisa, his face darkening. "Tell me," he said slowly, "why were you speaking to Mr. Reeves like that?" Lisa stammered, her mind racing. "I didn't know." "That he was your boss?" Cartwright finished coldly. Lisa's entire body went stiff. Murmurs spread through the boutique like wildfire. The customers who had giggled earlier now looked shocked. Even the wealthy woman in heels took a nervous step back. "Wait, what?" she whispered. Cartwright took a deep breath. "Let me clarify something for you, Lisa," he said. "This is Mr. Keanu Reeves. Not only is he one of our most valued clients, but he also owns this store." The color drained from Lisa's face. Her lips parted, but no words came out. The weight of her mistake crashed down on her like a tidal wave. Cartwright turned to Keanu. "Sir, I deeply apologize for this." Keanu held up a hand, stopping him. His gaze stayed locked on Lisa, who now looked like she wanted to disappear. "Lisa," he said calmly, "do you know what the problem is here?" Lisa swallowed hard. I made a mistake." Keanu nodded slightly. "A big one." Lisa's breathing turned shallow. "I didn't mean—" "You judge me by my appearance," Keanu interrupted. "You assume things about me based on a hat and a jacket, and that assumption just cost you everything." Lisa's knees nearly buckled. Cartwright folded his arms. "Mr. Reeves, what would you like to do?" Keanu studied Lisa for a long moment before speaking. "I don't believe in firing people over one mistake," he said. A glimmer of hope flashed in Lisa's eyes. "But," Keanu continued, "this isn't a mistake. It's a mindset, and mindsets like this don't belong in my store." Lisa's hope shattered in an instant. The store fell into absolute silence. Every customer, every employee stood frozen, waiting for what came next. Cartwright turned to Lisa. "You can turn in your name tag now," he said firmly. Lisa's fingers trembled as she unpinned the tag and placed it on the counter. She avoided Keanu's gaze, but the shame on her face was unmistakable. As she walked toward the door, the customers who had once laughed now whispered in hushed tones. The woman in heels quickly turned away, pretending to browse the handbags. Keen,